Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the BOTA Cast. I am James. I'm glad
Are
to be
you?
here. I am confirmed. I'm joined today
Word.
again by Chris and Drew. How we doing, boys?
Glad to be back, James.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen you guys in less than 24 hours.
Legit.
And that's the case.
Movie
Life's
magic.
wild.
All right, so we're going into week 5 of the NFL. Oh, it feels like it's flying by.
It really is.
Hopefully COVID doesn't ruin that.
Mahomes stops Gilmore, who is now positive. I think
I know.
it's a great thing to show, though. If Mahomes gets it, do you think the NFL will just cancel everything?
That'll be the moment they're like,
Mahomes, their star boy, their little.
As they make a good point. Mahomes or Lamar.
Isn't that kind of sad though that they're waiting for someone like that to get it and then start canceling games before?
I mean, there's been multiple teams that have come out and been like, look, I think the NFL, they won't say who yet, but teams have allegedly come out and said like the NFL is just worried about playing these games and getting their money. They're not worried about our actual health or our players' health.
Well, Tennessee's a perfect example because Tennessee held their practice on a high school football field because their facility had to be closed. And the NFL didn't have the rules at the time. Now they have the rules. But what are these guys supposed to do? Sit at home and wait it out and then tear their ACL the game of?
Yeah.
You know, look at the Pats. They had to fly the game up the day of and play the game. So that's not really much practice time.
No, that definitely didn't favor them either.
The NFL just wants their money.
As always. NFL, NCAA. Spider-Man meme. They're just both pointing at each other and they're both the goddamn same thing. Money, hungry. It's the loudest bag in existence.
Apparently. There's nowhere near my microphone either.
All right. Jesus Christ, that threw me right off track. Week 5. Yeah. Let's kick it off with tomorrow's game. Or I guess we'll be releasing this Thursday. So tonight's game. Yay. Tonight's game, the Bucks and the Bears. Both teams are 3-1, which is a weird thing to say, that Tom Brady has the same record as Mitch and Nick Foles.
Mitch Foles?
Did I say Mitch Foles?
You said Mitch and Nick Foles, so it sounds like they're brothers.
Also, the same record as the Ravens and
say it.
The Titans because they don't have a loss. The Rams.
Say it.
The Colts.
Say it.
A lot of weird names.
Say it.
And the Browns.
There it is.
And the Browns are quite a weird season going into week 5 here.
Yeah. We'll talk. We'll do a whole awards preview at some point. But I mean, I think Drew and our coaches are going to be battling for a potential coach of the year.
Yes, sir.
I think LaFleur and Stefanski have to be the front runners right now, but that's a whole nother conversation.
I would agree with you.
Well, I want to know, what are you going to do, James, if the Browns make playoffs?
I don't know.
What are you gonna do if the Browns win the Super Bowl?
I'm prepared for them to collapse at any moment. So it's like, all right, guys, it didn't actually happen. Cool, we didn't win the Super Bowl.
I also want to bring up, which will be amazing since we're on this whole thing and this involves tonight's game. Imagine the Bucks, the Lightning, and the Rays. They're all most likely going to be in the playoffs together. Imagine the Rays win it all, and then imagine the Bucks at least make it to the Super Bowl. How would that make Tampa?
Oh my God, Tampa be a shit show. It already is.
I think it's ever been done before, though, where all major sports teams win the title.
Chris, hold on, Drew. Why can't you just drink out of a normal size fucking container? Why do you have a gallon jug of Arizona whatever?
Because fuck you, that's why.
I'm trying to focus on what Chris is saying. And for those of you who aren't watching on YouTube, Drew just pulls out a fucking gallon jug of Arizona and is like, yeah, this is what I'm drinking out of.
I go big, boys. I
I'm
go
an
big.
adult. I can have candy for dinner if I want. Fuck you.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
For the fucking third time, though, the Bucks and the Bears. We have an
Bucks and
awful
Bears.
track record for Thursday night games. I want you to put that in your mind before we pick here.
I think this one's easy, but since I'm picking them, they're probably gonna lose. But I think the Bucks are gonna go and take care of business with the Bears.
All right, Chris, what do you got?
Yeah, I don't see how you don't take the Bucks here. I think they just have the edge. Like the Bears being 3-1, I think is the biggest shocking thing I've seen in a while. So I think the Bucks have that edge, and they also pulled through last week, so they're on that momentum. Bears have that loss, so they're looking for that win, but I think the Bucks just pulled through.
The Bears are bad.
Granted, though, I do want to chime in real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
The Bucks have a lot of injured players. Godwin has officially been ruled out for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Evans, we know, is just naturally hurt.
Yeah, he's been fighting off a bunch of stuff.
Jones was out of practice Monday, so he's hurt. But we'll see him start of the game. But everyone's kind of hurt on that Bucks team.
Yeah, life's crazy.
Leonard Fournette, I think, is out too, actually.
He's on IR for 4 weeks, I think.
Yeah, he gone for a little bit.
Good thing it's only a 1-year deal. Oof. All right. Well, I'm gonna play devil's advocate, and I'm gonna go with the Bears because you know who Tom.
One of us has to get it right.
One of us has to hit here. Because you know who is Tom Brady's second kryptonite? It's Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
Okay, for one
Fair
game.
I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna take it.
That was a big game, man.
That was a big one game to be a game. What? That was a big one game to be a game is what I just said. Great.
Yes.
That's a good tone setter. So yeah, I'll take the Bears. I don't know why. I think just because fuck me, we'll take the Bears. We'll see how that plays out. MVPs for the game. Who do we got? Who's showing up?
The Buccaneers defense.
Yeah, I'm taking that.
Big week.
Surprisingly good unit.
Big week against Denver a couple weeks ago. And I think this Bears offense is honestly not a whole lot better, especially with some big injuries. And
Bucks defense shows what they got here.
Yeah.
I cut you off like 4 times, so continue with what you want to say.
That's pretty much all I wanted to say.
I want to reiterate, I really don't know why I picked the Bears because now I'm trying to think of an MVP, and I'm like, oh, Ronald, no, Tampa. Let's go with Nick Foles for some ungodly reason. I don't know.
Oh, boy.
That sounds right to me.
I hope
Nick Foles
has to be put in.
340 and 4 touchdowns.
Whoa! Holy shit! Start Nick Foles this week in your fantasy lineups, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus
Play Big
Christ.
Dick. Oh, my God. If he actually does that, oh, my God. I'm going to be swinging that one all over the place. That the Cowboys would have been
If he does
bad.
that, I'll buy you another Browns jersey. How about that?
340, 4 touchdowns.
At least
agreed.
340 with 4 TDs.
Yeah. No, he has to get 340 on the dot. I want to push.
On the dot. On the dot.
I want to push.
Okay, our next game on the slate is Bills and Titans. I don't know. I don't know where I stand with this because I feel like the Titans might. I want in my heart to take the Bills. Like I think I know the Bills are the better team, but after the performance against the Raiders last week, I think the Titans might be in a position to steal a win here.
So this game is actually still up in the air. There were 2 more Titans players that tested positive. This game is still up in the air. There's actually no spread for it yet. So the odds of this game playing, I think, are slim.
Slim thick
Maybe
with that
push.
cute ass. Might buy you a new guy.
If they do play, though, I'm taking Bills.
That's valid.
Yeah, I think that the Titans on an impromptu bye week, that would be tough to come back from for any team, I would imagine, especially playing a team as hot as the Bills. I really don't see them being able to stop them in that situation.
All right, so I'm gonna take the Titans. Fuck you guys. Ryan Fitzpatrick, or fuck, that's not even the right one.
Yeah, sure, dude. Ryan
Ryan
Fitzpatrick.
Tannehill, 344 touchdowns. No, I like I said, I think the Titans are in a spot to steal a win here. I think, like I said, Buffalo's the better team, but after the performance against the Raiders, I will take the Titans to sneak one away. Give me Derrick Henry as my MVP because that man is like the zombie semi truck that you put a fucking triangle thing on the front and run through him. It's my statement of the day. Besides 344.
Heard it here first. Every game this week's going to feature a quarterback that throws for 340 yards and 4 touchdowns on the dot.
Do you guys want to pick your next or your MVP for this before we move to the next game?
Yeah, that sounds like fun. Chris, go ahead.
I'm just picking Josh Allen. I think I'll have a bounce back week and throw some slingers.
Fair
Can't
enough.
argue that. Can't argue that logic.
That's fair. I like Stephon Diggs in this game.
Yeah,
Ryan Tannehill, 344
this week. Yeah.
Josh Allen, 344 touchdowns.
It's a shootout every single game. It's crazy. All right. Next up, Jags Titans. God. Another one I want to pick the Texans. Or Jags. Jesus
I was going to say the Titans are playing a doubleheader this week. That's tough.
First doubleheader in NFL history. No, Jags Texans. Man, new coach or new coaching system, a whole new fucking flip around. I'm not going to take the Texans this week. I
am going to take the Texans this week.
344.
Okay, James is just doing whatever everyone else isn't. Also, Zach gave us our picks. We forgot to put his on.
Did he give us picks? I actually didn't see those.
I didn't see him either.
He just sent them like 2 minutes ago.
Oh, well, he can fucking figure it out. That's fine.
You hear that, Zach?
All right, Jags. Me, Drew is going Texans. Why, Drew?
They're free of Bill O'Brien, man. They're free. Deshaun is probably the happiest he's ever been, dude.
Arguably.
The defense is happy, too. J.J. Watt was fighting with them towards the end, I guess.
Yes, sir.
I think the Texans really take this chance to break out and say, legit, we're free. We're out of this cage. I think they come up with the win.
It's not bad logic, but I'm still going to say fuck you. Give me Minshew. Give me a bounce back game for the Jags. 2 and 3 to finish. Let's go. Okay.
My big point for the Texans win is that I don't think that they're a great team by any stretch, but I also don't think they're an 0-4 team. And I know that they don't think that they are either. So I think that this is really going to be the game where they break out and say, nah, that's not who we were. And they're going to try and change the narrative of the season.
Fair, this is also arguably their easiest matchup they've had so far.
Yes, exactly.
Because it's been, what? Kansas City, Baltimore. Last week was Minnesota, and I can't remember who was in between there, but man.
Even Minnesota, though, it's not one of
the Steelers.
Yeah. So Minnesota.
They've had a hard schedule.
Sorry, Chris.
I was just saying, Minnesota was by far their easiest game, and they just didn't pull out the win. This is going to be that game where they actually have a chance to pull out that win, and they don't have the same head coach. They can really – I think they can shine, which is why Watson is going to be my MVP.
Watson a hoe, dude. I love Deshaun Watson.
Well, I think Minshew will put up some points today. I think he'll be good.
I hope so. I like Minshew. But I also think Deshaun Watson is going to carry the day.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe Texas steps up, but I'm not expecting that.
I have a question.
We have answers. They might not be right, but they're answers.
If I'm looking at the Texans organization right now,
Sure.
and I'm like, man, our biggest weakness is we don't have a star receiver or a receiver. I know he's a head case. I know he has a suspension already.
No.
But why?
No.
Why aren't you hitting the panic button?
No.
Why aren't you hitting that panic
because you
button?
don't want him anywhere near your organization, no matter how desperate you are. That's just a distraction.
I mean, if you hit 0-5.
No.
Who?
They could go 0-16, James, and I would still think it's a bad idea.
Wait. Chime me in here. I tuned out.
For those of you who don't know who I'm talking about, Drew got the tone quick. I'm saying if the Texans hit 0-5 and they're like, man, we need a receiver, why not take a swing on good old crazy Antonio?
Oh, my God, dude. No.
I mean, it's brutal. I don't think it's like a good locker room decision, but you need a receiver, right?
He hasn't
Not worth it.
The NFL hasn't reinstated him yet. He's not reinstated.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He wanted to join the Bucs, remember? And the NFL said, we're not reinstating you yet.
Didn't the Bucs also say, like, nah?
Go away.
Yeah, him and Josh Gordon are both pending reinstatement.
Yeah, the Josh Gordon one confuses me a little bit. I guess, yeah, fair enough. You'd be better off with Josh.
I think he just has his own mental problems that he's trying to work on. And he gets there, and then NFL kind of brings him back down.
Yeah. On the other end of that, you just have someone who's straight up insane, and Antonio Brown. Brown. We're gonna move along. Next game on the block.
Wait, James. Wait. I just want to clear something up.
Yeah.
You proposed replacing one mentally insane person that was ruining the organization with a brand new mentally insane person who would also ruin the organization. That's your plan?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to clear that up.
When you put it in terms like that, it doesn't sound so smart.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Next game on the block are the Bengals and Ravens. Now, I don't think there's going to be a surprise in this one. I'm going to take the Ravens. Good chat, guys. Thanks.
Yeah.
What game are we?
Ravens, Bengals.
Why can't I find that?
So Antonio Brown, he should join the Ravens, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Bengals. No, just kidding. Ravens spread is 13 again, so I think the Bengals will hold them closer than that, though.
I disagree.
I don't think. I think the Ravens will win, but I don't think it will be 13 points. I think the Bengals might get a few on the board.
I think the Ravens are going to win this game 37-20.
So you think what? All offense? You think? Or you think that Baltimore defense really hinders Bengals too?
Well, I think the defense will be good. I think the Bengals will fumble their way to a couple touchdowns. Joe Mixon looked hot last week, maybe building off that momentum. I think he'll probably snag one. Burrow has looked better every week. That offensive line, we're not going to talk about that. But I think they'll find a way to get a couple in the end zone, a couple field goals. But they're not going to be able to keep up with that offense. I think their defense is going to just get feasted on by Lamar in both the run and pass game.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Ravens score high, the Bengals don't score high enough, and they lose by 3 scores.
Brutal.
Yep.
Okay. I mean, fair. All right. I was just looking up. I'm totally distracted. I just went on a different side thought. Yeah, I think the Ravens run away with this one. I don't see any way they stay strong, or the Bengals continue a strong performance. Maybe Joe surprises us, but I think it's another loss in their column. It'll be interesting to see how he performs against the Ravens, because the Ravens are a defense you need to shock. You need to get them confused, and it's very hard to do. So Freddie Kitchens was able to do it. Maybe fucking – who is their coach? Zach Brown or something like that.
Zach Taylor.
Zach Taylor. I knew something basic. White ass. Fucking Wonder Bread ass. So I'm going to take the Ravens strong here. I'm going to take – give me a Mark Andrews game.
Okay, fair.
Mark Andrews in the red zone, baby. All right, we're ready to move on?
Uh-huh.
Cool. The
Why do you
Panthers
have-
are the I don't know. I'm a fucking space cadet today. The Panthers have been playing upset the past couple weeks, and right now, Chris, I want you to tell me if they're actually going into this Falcons matchup as the favorite.
No, Falcons are favored by only 2, though.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
I'd smash that.
I don't know. I'm hearing reports that Davis isn't fully healthy.
I'm gonna boldly take the Falcons in this matchup.
Wait, is McCaffrey supposed to be back for this?
No.
What? No, I think he still has a couple weeks.
He comes up on the stat sheet, but there's no way.
This is off the rail. I think the Falcons offense is going to shine against this young Panthers defense. I think we might see a good showing out of Teddy again, but I'm still going to take that offense to just outscore and hopefully sustain their shitty defense.
So take into account, though, Julio and Ridley are both hurt, but I think Julio will probably sit this game.
Probably.
So
Ideally, he should.
Only to Ridley and I don't know who their running back is.
Todd Gurley?
I completely spaced out on that. Completely spaced out.
Yeah, Todd.
I wouldn't expect a lot out of Todd Gurley, man.
Like, no, that was last year.
No.
So yeah, Todd Gurley. So I know we talked about this yesterday. Todd, kind of rely on Todd Gurley for that heavy workload and ease Matt Ryan up a bit, but the Panthers, if Atlanta's defense is as they have been, the Panthers could take this win.
Yeah, Atlanta's defense is literally a husk, and
yeah.
that's generous. So I think that they're screwed. I think the Panthers are going to win this game by a fair margin, actually.
It really is a shame, though, because the Falcons should not be 0-4. That defense is actually hindering the whole entire team.
Well, yeah, they're all hurt. There's nothing they can do at this point. They are literally just a shell of a team that's trying to get wins, and
I know, but the offense is producing, and the defense is just like, yeah, our backups are not doing great.
Is the offense really producing, though?
How many leads have they blown?
Yeah, they had 2 leads in the last couple weeks, but it was against Chicago and the Cowboys that have given up like 1.5 million points in the last fucking 4 weeks. So
that's true.
So I don't think that they've been impressive on offense. I think that they've been abysmal on defense because of their injuries, and I just don't see this Falcons team winning a game anytime soon.
I'm trying to find out how to get a Baker Mayfield, Oklahoma jersey right now.
How to get it what?
I want to get an Oklahoma jersey.
No, I'm not buying you that. Only if Foles wins. I'll get you a Myles Garrett and a Mason Rudolph jersey at the same time.
Get me a Mason Rudolph helmet.
The helmet.
Give me the helmet. Dude, do you think that thing's up for auction? How much do you think that goes right now?
Probably a cool couple mil.
It's
nice.
Probably in a history museum somewhere.
The CTE museum.
The How Not to Play Football museum.
Yeah.
I mean, if Mason Rudolph, that hasn't been confirmed, but if he did say some racist words, I'd put that in a museum. And Garrett literally stole his helmet to beat him with it after some racist words were said. I'd put that in some kind of history museum.
Fair enough. Let's get back onto the show. I'm ready. I'm here.
We're
Chris,
still
are you
on
picking
the show.
I know. But I'm the one derailing it now. So, Chris, are you taking the Falcons or the Panthers here?
I'm going to take the Falcons. But I don't think it will be a far off game. I really think this is going to be like down to the wire, like a minute in the fourth quarter game. This is something, if I was gambling on this game, I would not touch it just because it can go either way.
If I was gambling on this game, I wouldn't. Chris's advice.
Exactly. Exactly. Thank you.
It's fair. Okay, next game on the slate, Raiders Chiefs. Boy, I'm gonna take the Chiefs here. I don't think we need much of an explanation on that one. I don't think the Raiders come.
I'm gonna actually toss you up there. I am gonna take the Chiefs, but the spread is 13, and the Patriots kind of showed a way to get to Mahomes last week. I think if the Raiders actually watch some tape and the defense can actually do any of what the Pats did last week, they have a way to.
What are you trying to show us there,
At
Drew?
least they have a way to slow Mahomes down, which I think is very big for the Raiders. But
Chris, tell me one way that Bill Belichick and John Gruden are the same coach.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm not even putting John Gruden into account here. I'm saying like maybe the defensive coordinator.
I don't even know who that is.
Is like, hey guys, the Pats actually kind of kicked Mahomes' ass for a little bit last week.
They actually did.
Why don't you watch this tape? It shows you exactly what to do to get under Mahomes' skin.
They're just like, nah.
Yeah. And John Gruden's in the back eating a cheeseburger. Nah, I don't really feel like it.
Knocking on wood, baby.
I don't
That's my guy.
feel like it.
Dude, no, John Gruden always at fucking Hooters. Never not be at Hooters. That's the John Gruden memo.
So he's getting wings at Hooters and asking for
you
the
can get a cheeseburger at Hooters.
He's getting chicken breast. Hold the chicken. And he is asking. He's like, no, I'm not watching this tape.
I wish I was better at impressions than doing a John Gruden, but I'm not.
Put your hair like this. Put your hair down. You have longer hair than me. Throw your hair over your head. And then you just got to get rid of Khalil Mack.
That's fair. That's a good one, actually. That was a good shot. So what's the pick here? Are y'all going Chiefs or?
I don't think the spread will hit, but Chiefs.
Give me the Chiefs.
The Chips.
I think Josh Jacobs will have a big day, though.
Yeah, probably. I could see that. I'm really interested to see how they start getting Clyde Edwards-Helaire into the system, too.
I was just going to say, I think he will also have a big day. I think CEH has a bigger day than we're taking into account.
I agree.
Yeah. Agreed. Next on the block. Oh, poor Mike. Cardinals, Jets. I think the Cardinals are coming out hungry on this one against a Joe Flacco-led Jets.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Come on, let's bring into account here. It kind of gives the Jets more of a chance.
I don't know if it does. I really don't know if it does.
Joe Flacco, Ravens, Joe Flacco in like the middle stage. I think they have more of a chance. If he comes out as Broncos Joe Flacco.
I think the problem is that he's Joe Flacco. So
Chris has been drinking too much.
The highest paid QB.
Ridiculous.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Good times. But yes, I don't think the Jets stand a chance. I think Flacco will give them a little bit momentum for the Jets, but I think they're going to get their ass handed to them.
I think it's the same situation for them. They're just in an awful place with not enough or any talent. So I'm going to take the Cards as a confidence booster game here. Their defense has to be able to come out and play, though.
Dude, Arizona's not going to lose 3 winnable games in a row.
But what? What if they do?
They're not good.
But what if they do, though? I don't think they will either. I can't see any way the Jets make this happen.
Nope, because they suck
Honestly.
eggs.
Okay, so that's enough of that. Chris, are you taking the Cards or the Jets?
Yeah, I'm taking the Cards.
All right. Cool. So our next game. Oh, man. This might be my lock of the week, my non-surprise lock of the week. Eagles and Steelers. Eagles coming off a hot 49ers win. The Steelers are 4-0 in our A powerhouse.
3.
3-0. Oh, that's right. They're 3-0 because they don't have
haven't
that. They had a bye. Awkward, forced bye. Man, I'm gonna take another game. There's not a lot of question marks for me this week. I'm gonna take the Steelers. The defense is too fucking strong.
That defense is hella impressive.
Carson Wentz might
they
not make
shut
it
them-
out.
They shut the Eagles down.
Dude, put in Jalen, my guy.
Yeah, literally.
Carson Wentz goes down this game.
He very well could against that defense.
With that offensive line too. Carson
Yeah.
Wentz may
If
break-
if Lane Johnson doesn't play, Carson Wentz's blind side is getting fucked.
So is that a consensus Steelers sweep there?
Give me the Steagles. Kidding, the Steelers.
Sick burn.
Steelers.
All right, Steelers sweep. Way to go, boys. We all agreed. Let's get something interesting. There's got to be one in here.
Probably not.
Oh, fucking A. Rams, Washington. Oh, man.
Nope. Grody.
So Dwayne Haskins is officially benched. Kyle Allen starting for Washington with Alex Smith as the backup.
If he plays, he's gonna die, dude.
I gotta give so much props to that man, though. The amount of surgeries he had, and then to come back on the football field. I'm a huge fan of Alex Smith now.
Yeah, I think he's stupid, but good for him.
Yeah, I wrote about that a while ago. I think he's dumb to come back.
Yeah, I agree.
But here we are.
But I think this is one of those easy wins as well. In the Rams' favor.
Yes. Should be. Much, yes.
It should be, yeah. The spread's 7 for the Rams, so
Makes sense. I think
But
they're gonna crap
I don't
on him.
think James has a lock on this.
I'm not locking on it. But I am going to take the Washington football team. I don't know why. It's one of those indigestion gut feelings where I think it's another game Washington could steal. Kyle Allen was not that bad last year. You forget that. He wasn't awful. Granted, he's going against a pretty decent Rams defense and a very, very good Rams offense this year. But I don't know why. Once again, I really don't have an explanation for it. But my body's yelling at me to take the Washington football team in this game, and I'm going to.
Well, who's gonna be your MVP?
Okay,
then?
so James needs to stop smoking.
Give me Scary Terry as MVP.
Oh my god, I love it.
Okay. MVP. Rams defense here.
I want to point out the last time I called Washington upsetting, I was right.
And how many we actually should really take polls because I think we were wrong with almost every single pick last week.
Dude, I didn't want to look at the picks from last week.
Last week was rough.
I know I got one right, and it was the Browns. The rest of them are big crap. No, a lot. I think we all got the Chiefs right too.
Yeah,
Probably
I don't know
the
about the rest of
Packers.
them though.
Yeah.
The Pack.
granted,
yeah.
we thought Cam Newton was playing too. Like I would
Mm.
take the Chiefs any single day that Brian Hoyer or Stidham was starting.
Yeah, I guess that's actually fair.
Also, I forgot the refs too. Anytime the refs are going to be on that field against the Pats and the Chiefs, of course I'm going to take the damn Chiefs. You know.
The damn Chiefs, you know.
The gosh damn Chiefs. So that's enough of that game. Yeah, wait, do you guys have MVPs for this game? I'm sorry, I completely brushed over that.
Rick.
Chris said the Rams defense. I think Tyler Higbee's gonna have a bounce back game this week.
No.
Yes.
Fucking no. I refuse to root for Tyler Higbee's.
No, go Tyler.
He's a fucking dickbag.
You're a dickbag.
Okay. Don't have to think about this one too much. The 49ers Dolphins.
Give me the Dolphins.
Fuck you, really?
I'm with Drew.
No, not really. Actually, yeah, really. Give me the Dolphins. Fuck it.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, give me.
Oh,
You're gonna
no,
put me on
I'm
an
taking
island
the
like
49ers. I was just kidding. Are you actually taking the Dolphins?
Yes, I'm actually taking the Dolphins.
Is there a
Tell
reason?
me why.
I don't know. They've been real close the last couple weeks. They haven't
I
been
get
able to get a
shit
win.
when I say I don't know why I'm taking a team. When Drew does it, it's all fucking great.
They took Seattle for a little run for their money there, and I think this San Fran team is banged up, especially on the defensive side of the ball. I think their offense is gonna roll the Dolphins' defense pretty much, but I think the Dolphins keep up in a high-scoring game.
I don't.
Well, that's too
I
bad.
think we see Tua
Wrong.
after this week.
Okay.
I
James,
think
what's your reasoning for the 49ers?
I think George Kittle being back is just such a game changer. How do you bet against that?
1, 2, the 49ers lost to the Eagles last week. They are fucking pissed.
I'd be pissed.
I mean, the spread is 9, which is pretty high right now, especially after losing last week. But I think the 49ers are pissed and come out strong. I think they blow the Dolphins out.
Nah, go Dolphins.
We them Finns, boy. All right.
Do you see Tua coming in this game?
No, I think next week you'll see him.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think. I
You
think
got granted they win or granted they lose?
I'm gonna say with a loss you'll see him. I think it's just almost time. I think his hip, from what I'm hearing, is better. I think he's been playing fine. Motion's been all right. So I think it's Tua time. You're going to see what he can actually do. Maybe he can turn this whole offense around because they've already been a pretty good offense, but maybe he can just add an extra spark. So I guess turnaround's not the right term, but just add the spark to light the fire. The teal or whatever the fuck color that is, an orange fire.
Go Dolphins.
Fins down.
All right,
Next on
MVP.
our – oh, what's up? Oh, yeah, MVP. God, dude, I'm such a good host. Kittle. I already said that. Never mind.
Kittle? Oh, okay. I'm going to take McKinnon.
Devontae Parker. Let's go.
Okay. So Fitzmagic's going to come back and just throw
340 and 4. Thought I forgot about that, didn't you?
all to Devontae Parker.
Dots to Devontae, bro.
Dude, that would be all time if Devontae Parker put up 304 or 340 yards.
And 4
My
touchdowns.
God.
It'd be
My
ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. All right. Next game on the block is the Giants and Cowboys.
Ew.
Brutal. I'm going to call this my massacre of the week.
Yeah.
I hate that I'm picking them, but it's the massacre of the week. Give me the boys.
I would also take the Cowboys, but I'm not going to be surprised if I'm wrong about this because they are fucking bad, dude.
They are bad.
Yeah, I got to take the Cowboys, but just because the Giants have no hope.
That division is so fucking bad.
Like,
Not
this is
great.
one of those. Honestly,
Not great.
I'm going to shut my TV off. I would rather watch the news than watch this game.
I would rather watch a blank TV than watch this game.
I agree with that too. I would rather watch this podcast than that
That's
game.
fucked up.
I'm just kidding. I'm just messing around, drinking.
I'm just drinking. Okay, so Cowboys in the sweep on our end. I'm going to take Dak as my MVP. The dude's just been on an unreal tear for being on an awful, awful team.
Okay, his pass yards are impressive though.
Yeah.
He's ranking in pass yards.
Mhm.
His red zone percentage, not so great.
Not great.
Not at all.
Not what you want. But the long ball's there.
Yeah. So Dak, I'm gonna go with Dak too.
Drusif?
Dak.
Why did you sound so sad? Dak.
Dak.
Dak. All right. Let's keep going then. We're almost there, boys. Broncos, Patriots, 425. Fat Patriots win. If this game ends up happening.
Just to get into this real quick, also no spread yet. Gilmore has COVID. So
Yeah, he
basically
does.
the two best people on our team are COVID positive. So I'm this game could also be pushed pending more people get turn positive. But even with Hoyer or Stidham starting, I do not think the Broncos stand a chance.
I agree.
I mean, even with Gilmore down, you're still looking at J.C. Jackson. You're still looking at both of the McCourties.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the coverage is there. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the Pats.
You're looking at J.C. Jackson, who is very underrated.
Super underrated.
Although he scares me sometimes, but he is underrated.
Like, at night, like, he comes out from underneath your bed. It's like, boom. And you're like, damn it, JC.
Okay, my nightmares are none of your business, but yeah.
I'm going to see if I could Photoshop that out. We'll find out. Stay tuned.
Please do.
Make sure you get your TV in the background.
That's priceless.
Yeah. Are we going to get strict or, like, copyright stricken because New Girl's playing in the background of this?
Probably.
Fuck them.
I actually could not see what even was playing. I just saw a face. So
Just New Girl. Great show.
It's just the New Girl, bro.
All right. So is anyone taking the Broncos here?
No.
I hope not.
Bet. Patriots defense. Lock it. That's my MVP.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think Devin really steps up if Gilmore is out. I think by far Devin is probably your next captain on that team.
Yeah, I mean, not even a question.
Yeah. So I don't think the defense will have any problem shutting that Broncos offense down.
Probably not. I don't see why.
And then the offense still has that run game. Edelman is going to be angry with all his drops last week, so I see him taking those short passes, maybe not crazy long passes, but he's going to take some short routes, and he's going to make up for what he missed last week. And Drew is on some kind of bender here.
Yeah, we had a POV of being Drew's logo on his hat, and then we were his belly button for a sec. I'm going to keep it PG and say we were his belly button.
Yeah, we're having a good time over here.
We're chilling, having a great one. Okay, so Patriots run that, and we'll move to Colts-Browns, which I think will be a way better matchup than the Cowboys-Browns.
Yes, very much.
I think what this comes down to is Colts defense versus Browns offense. Can Stefanski keep it fresh? Can he do what he's been doing? I don't think the Colts offense is anything to worry about. I think the Browns defense is very good. So I'm going to take –
shut Rivers down?
I don't think they'll shut him down necessarily. I mean, they had a hard time containing Dak.
Dude, all they have to do is pick on Andrew Sendejo.
I fucking hate Sendejo. Get him out. I don't understand why you trade for Harrison and you don't even fucking play him.
Yeah,
what?
True. Very true.
Dude's apparently, according to multiple scouts, Ronnie Harrison was like the mind of Alabama's defense. If I'm thinking of the right dude, I think I'm thinking of the right guy, the guy we got from Jacksonville. But apparently he was really the secondary mind of the defense in Alabama, and he went under the radar because of whoever was with him there. It was either McKinney or Fitzpatrick. But either way, I'm going to take the Browns. I'm going to stay strong with my boys. Dog check. And I think I'm going to take Kareem Hunt in this one as my MVP.
Is Chubb out this week?
Chubb is definitely out this week. Chubb has hit the IR.
MCL for 6 weeks?
MCL sprain, yeah. So 6 weeks is like the range we're looking at.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the best possible outcome with that.
Mm.
So I can't complain with that. But, this is a toss-up game for me because the Colts are favored here only by 1.5. But if the Browns can play, I said this, I think, the last 3 weeks. If the Browns can keep up the momentum that they had last week, if OBJ gets useful, if they do those trick plays that the Browns usually don't have.
Yeah, usually they fail dramatically.
The Browns should have no problem winning this game. If that defense stays tight, I think they can shut that offense. Not down completely, like James said, but they can definitely slow them down. Now, if the Browns come out and they don't have the same look as last week, I think the Colts take this game. So I can't pick a team here. I think
it's hard to say because we don't know what Browns we're getting yet. I mean, they've been on an upswing, but what team is going out there?
Yeah,
Like,
but
we're gonna
Baker and
keep the
OBJ
upward
the
trend
same way. With that
What
momentum.
goes up must come down.
at some point.
I'm taking the Browns this week, though. I think they got a lot of momentum from that one last week.
I will
I-
take the Browns, but I will not be surprised if the Colts pull through on some miracle.
100%. But
We'll see.
Browns are going to win.
It's gonna be interesting to see how they plan around losing Chubb. Also, got to give a shout out to a man who's been in a tear, Myles Garrett. Fuck.
He hasn't
Miles
hit
has been
anyone over the head with the helmet yet, so
Not
yeah,
yet.
you gotta give him credit.
0 for 1 on helmet hits. But dude, he has like, I forget what his sack number is right now. It's something ridiculous. He has 3 forced fumbles, I believe, too.
Dude's got crazy sackage, bro.
He has been hard to contain on the edge. And if the Browns get another true like edge on the other side, it's gonna be a scary defense next year. Because Olivier Vernon, not the guy. Spoiler alert, somehow. So we already talked about that. We're gonna roll along. Vikings Seahawks.
Sunday night.
Okay, well I was gonna do that.
Why
but I
is
guess
this
I
a
was
Sunday
fucking
night
myself.
game?
Sorry, bro. How
I
was
mean,
I supposed to
ideally,
know
when
you were
you're
gonna do
writing,
that?
when you're writing the
Who decided
schedule,
the
this
Sunday night
could have
games
been.
this year? They're horrible.
I
Like
guess,
I said-
but like right now it is. But when you're looking at this preseason, you're like, oh, that could be a great matchup.
Yeah.
All things
Yeah,
considered,
but-
should have been a great matchup. It is not.
No,
In
the
the
Vikings
2020
suck.
season, this matchup is dog shit.
The Vikings suck.
I see Russell. He's going to be my MVP. Seahawks blow him out of the water. I see Russell getting at least 4 or 5 TDs this week again. He only got 2 last week. I think he's shooting for that MVP. He's on a tear. I see him getting at least 4 or 5.
I'm gonna say Russell probably finishes with about 4 touchdowns and 340.
Okay. Okay. Good. Wow. What a good take.
No, on a serious note, we already know how Kirk does at night. It's past his bedtime and prime time. I really don't know why that's a thing, but it is for poor, unfortunate Kirk Cousins. And the Seattle offense is a unit. Like, they are a fucking beastly unit. So I'm going to take the Seahawks to win strong. I still think you see a good game from Justin Jefferson. I think Adam Thielen has another flat game, and Dalvin Cook is going to be Dalvin Cook. So rely on Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook the rest of the fucking career for Kirk Cousins. There you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks.
The
Yeah,
Hawks.
I think it's a unanimous Seahawks.
Yeah. MVP, I'm going to agree with Chris.
The
It's gotta be
spread
Rams.
7. I don't see how they don't cover that spread. I see Russell. I just see the Seahawks. Metcalf is up there for most receiving yards, and we know that he's just an absolute beast. Plus, you have Lockett on the other side. The Seahawks just have it down right now.
Yeah, I think Chris Carson is the MVP of this game.
And Chris Carson.
Chris Carson.
Brenna said DJ Dallas was going to be a good pickup.
Chris Carson.
He still could be. I'm not. It's
Chris
a whole
Carson.
beat. Fuck you. Cool. Russ, I'm agreeing with Chris on Russ. But we're on to Monday Night Football. It is moved. Nope. That's not the right game. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I am right. It did get moved. Like, positionally moved. Okay. Whatever. We're going to pretend like that didn't happen. Chargers Saints.
What are you looking at that got moved?
I thought they moved the game to. Yeah, I was right. They are playing this game in Indianapolis because of the hurricane coming in.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So the Chargers were going into New Orleans. They will now both be going to a neutral site in Indy. Chargers. Yeah, I want to say they surprise here. I don't see it, man. I maybe catch them off guard again, but I think the talent of Drew Brees and Marshawn Lattimore. I don't know if I honestly don't know if Justin Herbert's faced a defense like the Saints so far. I mean, Tampa maybe last week, but
The Saints are a different caliber defense. They play with a different intensity almost. They're a mean defense, dude. This is tough to go up against them, especially as a rookie. Herbert drew a tough little hand here, having to play Brady and Breeze back-to-back weeks, having to go up against two legends. And I think he is going to end up falling short again this week in prime time. I don't think he'll have a bad game necessarily. I think mediocre, 2 touchdowns, a pick or two, 250. But it's just not going to be enough to get it done against Alvin Kamara's team.
I like how you said that, and I know that was carefully chosen.
Yes, it was.
So I just want to chime in real quick with: is anyone else shocked the Saints are 2-2?
Not given the circumstances, no.
I mean, this other than the circumstances with Michael Thomas being injured, you still have Kamara there, and you still have receivers, and Drew Brees, time and time again, shows that he's not aging that much, and this year I feel like he is.
Yeah, I mean he's taken a step back more than I think anyone really expected. But losing Michael Thomas is such a huge part of that offense. I mean, look how many fucking catches the dude had last year. He is clearly the entire centerpiece of that offense. So,
every ball thrown basically last year went to Thomas.
Essentially, yeah. And it's nice to have a guy like Kamara who can take on more of the load and kind of make up for his absence. But there's only so much that you can do when you play the loss against the Raiders is really tough.
Hard.
But they played a good game against the Packers. Just fell short in the end on that one. But I don't think that you can really fault them for being where they are. I think once that team gets back together and is fully healthy again, they're going to be a force.
Yeah, which I am trying to get into the fact, like, it's just surprising to me. The Saints are a top caliber team to me. And granted, they are without Michael Thomas. I think that's their biggest flaw, but I just don't see them. I see them maybe being 3-1. I don't see them being 2-2 right now. So I'm kind of surprised with that. But with the whole, I think Drew Brees has dwindled a lot, but I think this week we kind of see what they can do in the sense where I'm a big Brees guy, and I think he starts to open up a little more. And Kamara's he's a great running back and a receiving back, so you can throw the ball to them. He can take that whole entire workload.
Yeah, and I think they get a little bit unlucky having the games in the order in which they were in. I think if Michael Thomas is out for the Packers game, like if that's the first game he's out, then they can bounce back and win the next game. But having to accommodate that the first week against the Raiders and taking a tough loss and then having to play the Packers the next week, that's really hard. I think if those games are switched, they're 3-1 right now. But there's nothing you can do about that. You just got to keep pressing forward, and I think that the outlook is positive. I think that they're going to take care of business in what should be a home game. Unfortunate that they have to lose that because of Hurricane Delta or whatever the fuck it is now.
That's a badass name for a hurricane.
Yeah, we're in the Greek letters now, boy. But yeah, I think overall that the Saints are going to be on an upward trend moving forward, especially whenever they get Thomas back. That'll definitely help. So they're good. They're good. Alvin Kamara for MVP this week.
Alvin Kamara for MVP.
Always.
Well, that rounds it. Gentlemen, we made it through another episode. Congrats.
Yay.
Before I get into all the wrap-up stuff, let's do closing thoughts now because I feel like that actually makes more sense instead of me cutting off goodbye.
Sure.
So, Drew, Chris, closing thoughts.
I just actually want to touch up real quick because we didn't go into bye weeks this week. Lions and Packers are on the bye this week. You can kind of bring that to yourself because we didn't mention them, but
Oh, yeah, fair.
I've been drinking and I just wanted to say it. And
you know, Chris, I appreciate you bringing that up.
thank you. You were such a doll to me today.
Yeah, I know. Don't get used to it. So you know where to find us. Oh, wait, Drew, your closing thoughts. Fuck. All right, what do you got, Drew?
I don't know. I'm out of thoughts.
All right, Drew's out of thoughts. We're out of time. Oh, man, you know where to find us. At BOTA Sports on everything. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook.
Toba. Sports.
Chris, you can find Chris's tobogganing and kayak channel, BOTA Sports.
And curling.
And curling. Yeah, summer curling exclusive. Shut up. So Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I don't know. You just ruined my total train of thought. I am gone now.
That's what I'm here for.
If you like the show, subscribe, rate us 5 stars, like us, love us, just give us some attention. It's a thing. We gotta get fucking ratings. All right, fuck you.
That's funny.
A little update before we close out. Next week, we are planning on having a couple of the guys from Cover 32 at some point in the show. I don't know if we're going to get them on for the preview or the review. I think preview would be funnier. So we'll probably get them on for that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to have to figure out where we're getting them on. We're working to try to get our homies over at Intentionally Foul on 2. So that would be a little bit later. But we're going to get some other cool people on. So stay tuned. We're going to be reaching out to some homies too. Definitely some people in the Dynasty League because a lot of people want to talk shit. But that's it. That's it for the show. Thank y'all for joining us. Like I said,
thank you everybody for listening, and we appreciate y'all. And I totally cut James off, so go ahead.
Again.
Don't you ever cut off a Stay Beautiful
Bring
ever
it,
again.
bitch.
Don't you ever. Don't you fucking ever.
I just want to say,
very precious to James. Y'all. Wow, he straight stole it.
We're gonna have some words.
Chris is fired.
I will have
Zach fired. Chris fired.
It's just me and you, James.
You, me, Royce, and Phil.
Officially fired from BOTA Sports.
This will be starting BOTA Sports going full time.
Work, but Zach, Soggy Boy, really appreciates you all. He just hasn't been here. He's started a new job, so he's been a little quiet, but we're trying to
Don't listen to him. Zach doesn't give a fuck about you guys.
Not the case. Zach loves you all. He misses you all. He wants to show his sexy body again.
I don't know where you were going with that.
Straight from his mouth. He just has been very busy, so until we see him again.
Stay beautiful, y'all.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell for all alerts on our uploaded videos. And find us everywhere at BOTA Sports.